Give me a bit of an overview then of the kind of meetings you've been having and whether you've been able to secure any new deals.
Well, first of all, it's great to be with you, and it's great to be back in the region. My focus here is really to be supportive to the economic transformation in the region. It's very important, I think, for economic stability that all these countries transform their economies and expand them away from just energy.
You raised $2.5 billion in private equity investments. Did some of it come from the likes of the Public Investment Fund?
Well, I can't really comment on our raising of funds. What I can comment on is what we're focused in doing. So our real focus is right now on technology with a big emphasis on cybersecurity, national security, and data privacy, which was an area I focused on when I was Treasury Secretary. I was responsible for cyber for all of financial services, and it's a very big risk. So we want to make sure that companies and governments are taken care of and protected.
Let's get to the macro story for a moment, because the last time you discussed inflation, you said you were worried. Now, quite a bit more data has come through. How has that view evolved since?
Well, I was worried because I thought we'd see inflation. We have seen it. I think, we're running probably in the 4 to 5% inflation. My guess is we'll stabilize closer to 3.5%, but that's still a significant issue. For a long time, the Federal Reserve was concerned that we couldn't get inflation up to 2%. But now, just given the enormous amount of fiscal and monetary support, I am very concerned that we're going to see higher interest rates and the impact on consumers.
And then 10-year Treasury yields, those still go to 3.5, because that's what you said last time?
That's still my prediction.
Okay. What about the ability of the United States to grow itself out of pre- and post-pandemic debt and the massive amounts of money that it's borrowed?
Well, look, there's no question that during this crisis, we needed to have massive support. And I'm most proud of the fact that we passed the two CARES bills, 96 to 0 and 100 to 0 in the Senate. That was pretty extraordinary. We spent $4 trillion. I never thought I'd be saying those words, $4 trillion. I think we needed to spend that money where we would have had a global depression, not recession. But the new administration has continued to spend another $2 trillion, now more money. I'm very concerned about the size of the national debt. At $28.5 trillion today, I worry it could go up to $32 trillion on a $23 trillion economy. It's quite concerning.
I want to stay with the fiscal side of things for a moment, because the Democrat tax plan has been controversial to some. The billionaire tax, as it's also called. Do you think that it's a good plan? Will it pass Congress?
Well, let me just first say, I think now's the wrong time to raise taxes on anybody, whether it's billionaires or average consumers, and spend. I think we've done plenty of spending. I think the problem with the billionaire tax is, one, it probably won't raise much money, since a lot of this money will be given away to foundations, so it won't be taxed. The other issue is it's probably unconstitutional. And the third issue is it creates very, very bad incentives. How do you tax public securities and not private securities? Think about this. It's a complete disincentive to grow your business, to basically say every year the government will take a little bit more of your business away. That's not the right incentive for long-term investing.
A shout out to Tom Keene for this question. He is looking to find an answer on whether there's going to be an opportunity for Republicans in 2022 and 2024 to reassert a calmer policy out of the present chaos.
Out of what?
The present chaos.
Well, we'll see. It's politics. My guess is a lot of things will change over the next couple of years. Again, my biggest concern right now is we need less spending, and we need to worry about making sure we don't have inflation out of control and the national debt is sustainable.
We've seen a U.S. ban on a China telco. In many ways, one would have thought that some of the tensions between China and the United States would ease a little bit with the new administration and the new approach. Clearly, that hasn't happened as fast, or is not happening at all. Have you been surprised about how this has evolved?
Well, let me just say, Ambassador Lighthizer and I spent a lot of time going back and forth to China. I think we probably had 20 different meetings with the Vice Premier, and I think we're proud of the work we did on the Phase 1 trade agreement. My own opinion is more work needs to be done, that there should be more dialogue. As it relates to telecom, look, I think there's certain areas that are national security areas, at least as it relates to certain telecom equipment, and I'm not commenting on the specific of this. We want to make sure that our data integrity. On the other hand, these are two large economies that have to coexist, and I think the work needs to continue to be done on trade. China has always had the opportunity to have the U.S. markets open, and we need to make sure we have the same reciprocal opportunities.